Let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy alike. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one of the big things that a lot of people are looking forward to in Episode 9 is, of course, Kylo Ren's endgame and the Knights of Ren. Now, though the Knights of Ren, as of right now, are still not confirmed for this movie, there are major hints now that are pointing to us that the Knights of Ren are indeed coming back in Star Wars Episode 9 in a totally new and exciting way. Now, of course, in The Force Awakens, we only got a glimpse of these guys, and or girls as well. We're not quite sure if they're a mixture of men and women. But looking at Episode 9 here, I cannot wait to see exactly what Kylo Ren will be doing with these group of individuals. Once again, the male actors in their 20s are actually going to be shooting a scene with Adam Driver. Now, these past couple of weeks, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set designs, the set leaks, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of the set designs over at Cardington has the male actors in their 20s that are set to shoot a scene with Adam Driver by this October over at Cardington. The set under construction is described as a large, barren field with tall grass and ancient-looking statues in the back of the set. The actors will be wearing armor, helmets, and using props such as axes, spears, shields, and apparently some lightsaber hilt props will be used. A large blue screen will be wrapped around that and will be replaced by next-generation CGI. Additionally, extras are said to fight the actors in their 20s. These extras have martial arts training. So like I said, Knights of Ren still not 100% confirmed, but there are a ton of hints right here that are pointing us in that direction that the Knights are indeed back for Episode 9. And they could very well be using lightsabers. Now, in the concept art for The Force Awakens, specifically for the Knights, we actually saw one of the Knights actually have a lightsaber on his belt. And that was an original idea that never made it to the final cut of The Force Awakens, right, for Episode 7. We never saw that. So it could be that they're actually taking that concept and putting it into Episode 9, where maybe, alright, the Knights of Ren have a special way of attacking their opponents. What if they use these primitive weapons like shields and spears and axes and stuff like that in order to provoke their enemies to attack that have more advanced weapons, and then out of nowhere, suddenly, they take out lightsabers and they catch them by surprise. That, to me, would be the best way possible to reveal that the Knights of Ren just don't use spears and axes, but they actually have lightsabers. And to me, it would make a lot of sense. I always thought to myself in The Force Awakens, how would these guys ever have a chance against enemies that are far more advanced than them when it comes to what weaponry they're using, right? Kylo Ren in that shot in The Force Awakens was the only individual holding a lightsaber that was at least ignited. Now, sure, the Knights of Ren, they could have had hilts under their coats or their cloaks, whatever, but it wasn't seen in the movie, and it wasn't intended to, either. So we could see J.J. Abrams doing something completely surprising like that. As far as the set having the tall grass, the instant thought that ran through my head is Lothal. Now, it probably isn't Lothal, but that's just what I'm thinking. The tall grass, stuff like that. The structures, these are ancient structures for this set, so it could be an entirely new planet. Maybe this is indeed what we saw in The Force Awakens, because if you guys look at that scene very close, alright, very closely, in the background you will see a structure that kind of resembles the Force tree that we saw on Octu, but it's not. It looks like a very interesting structure, something that is very obscure. You really can't make out exactly what it is. It's right when the lightning hits, right? Right when the lightning hits and the whole entire scene gets lit up, you do see a structure behind the Knights and Kylo Ren. So these ancient structures could be that, and if it is that, that would definitely confirm to us and tell us that that flashback sequence in The Force Awakens is actually a flash forward during the events of Episode 9. And I think that the reason why so many people are fascinated with the Knights of Ren is because not only are they mysterious, but they do hold a lot of potential, and are also, pretty much, aligned with Kylo Ren. They are grouped up with Kylo Ren. He is the master of them, and that's something that I think a lot of people want to see in Episode 9, because of how much of a tease it really was in Episode 7. We did not get it in Episode 8. Even Ryan Johnson himself said he tried to put them in the story. He tried, his very best to do that, but he couldn't find a way to put them into the overall plot of The Last Jedi, so I can see how the Praetorian Guards are kind of like his take on the Knights. But guys, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.